everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ideally, though.
Ideally, though.
I'm your host, Erica, and with me is my hubby, my bestie, my butterbit squad.
Yeah. What up?
This month is going by so fast.
Yeah, it's kind of blown by, but again, it's just we've been going through so much chaos the last few months that everything feels fast.
I was like, damn, oh, it must be like the first week of April. I was like, God damn,
No.
it's the end of April.
Yeah, we right smack dab at the about to start May immediately. Like it's like that.
This week has been really scandalous.
Yeah, there's been a few stories.
Yeah, like, did you hear about like Kanye West?
I did. I did happen to hear about Kanye West.
So he posted that song on
Cousins.
X.
Cousins.
I said either, I mean, you're really brave because you would be the abuser.
Yeah.
So he posted this song on X called Cousins, and he talks about how he has some kind of sexual relationship with his cousin up until he's 14 years old.
Correct. His younger cousin. We
Yeah.
have to make sure that's understood. It is
And
his younger cousin.
he showed his cousin at like 6 years old Playboy magazine.
And found his mother's tapes, which happened to have a lot more male on male action, if
Oh,
you
mama
will.
liked the male on male.
So that's what they ended up watching also.
And then like I feel like he blames himself because the backstory with his cousin is that his cousin's in jail for murdering a pregnant woman like shortly after, a couple years after, like he told his cousin, "Is I'm not gonna suck your dick anymore," because he said he was sucking his cousin's dick up until he's 14.
Yeah, right.
So with that,
I mean,
it's brave. I mean, to bring it out, but you also look like a predator.
I got another thought about it because it just feels as if the stuff he's been doing these last couple of weeks just didn't work, especially because nobody's listening to Bully right now. Like nobody's listening
So
to
it's a
Bully.
publicity stunt.
It's another one of those because if you remember just a couple of weeks ago, it might have been the week we went dark. YG released his song. I think it was 2004, which he entails he was sexually assaulted, right, by a older woman when he was way younger, kind of like my experience, if you will. And with that, he got a lot of praise. He got a lot of, like people standing up for him and telling him how great the song was. YG doesn't do anything like that. That's all gangster shit. He's gangster rap purely all through and through. So to have something so introspective, with his song, uh, and seeing the amount of, I guess you could say, publicity, you know what I mean? It got, and how everybody was so like, oh, YG, surrounding him with all types of affection, in all honesty, about the situation. It feels like Kanye's just trying to pull a YG.
I really hope not, because this is actually like, it's very concerning, and I don't think we should know your family business like that.
No.
And it's not like it's an older woman; it's a younger boy cousin.
Yeah, I get it, but I think there's still just a bit of, if I'm using, how the saying is, sex sales. It's one of those types of
Sex
situations.
sales or abuse sales?
I
Jesus
get what
Christ.
you're saying, but we have to think of Kanye's brain. I know
Kanye's
you're
brain.
absolutely right. Yes,
He needs to
put
be in
yourself.
4 padded walls.
I'm not disagreeing. Put yourself in Kanye's head.
I can't.
What else can I do to rile everybody up? Because the Klan thing with academics didn't rile too many people up. People are already tired of me, right? He did all those tweets after that about some more shit about Kim and all this other stuff, and talking about all this Diddy and all this other stuff, and then he does this. I mean, it's literally back to back to back. It really does look as if Kanye. I don't believe too much anymore that Kanye is having like a mental break. I think Kanye's doing this on purpose. I think he's doing a lot of it on purpose. I think he's looking for extra looks.
I think it's a mixture of both. I think that there is some trauma, and
Yeah,
maybe
trauma,
he
for
just
sure.
feels
Okay.
like he needs to release it and come clean about it. But I also feel like it's just so coincidental, it's around the time of an album and things like that.
Yep. When have we not known Kanye to do a regular rollout? Anytime he's come out with any album,
This
it's
is
always
extreme.
something big. But that's how extreme everything has gotten. We've allowed it to get, honestly, because um, Kanye should have been canceled years ago by us, not just the outside. You know what I mean? But people, he made the gospel album, and everybody, oh well, it's fine, it's okay. glory to God. You can't forgive all of this behavior, and sometimes you gotta let niggas fall in their ass.
Yeah.
And he is one of those you just can't keep saving. We've saved Kanye too many times. He became a billionaire twice because of it. Does that sound crazy or not? You know what I mean?
It's just like read the room. Like
Yeah,
this ain't gonna work.
it shouldn't
This
work.
ain't working.
It shouldn't work, and it isn't working. And I mean, I know you're tired of it. I'm tired of it. I see people all the time saying they're tired of it. Kanye kind of go away type shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I just
saying?
want the music. I don't want you to have to do all the extraness with it.
At this point,
Like,
I wouldn't even listen to any of Kanye's music unless it's any of the old stuff.
yeah,
That's it.
nobody's gonna want to listen. No one's even trusting to listen to it now.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
that's
That's
just,
true.
and it makes me think that everything Amber Rose has ever said has been true. Like him on his ass ate and all that shit.
Oh
Like
yeah, that's definitely
all this
true. We can,
whole
yeah,
weird stuff.
he's rimming.
I mean,
Did
to
you
each his own, but I
did you
wouldn't put
actually
my mouth
listen
on
to
it.
the song?
I ain't listen. No, hell no.
It's bad.
Really?
It's bad.
So he just talks about the experience.
Yes, he talks
I
about the
didn't listen to it.
experience. It's auto tuned. It's very badly mixed. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Oh no. See, yeah, I didn't listen to it, but it part of me feels like we said before, like you just need a therapist. Like you need someone around the clock, so then you don't have to bring personal matters up because that man's in jail or prison.
Yeah,
So you don't think about the fallout with him and
he does
that
mention
being
that in the song.
that being something that he got to now deal with being in jail.
Yeah, he does
With
mention that in the
maybe
song.
trying to secure his manhood. Like, come on now, you just think about yourself here.
Kanye's only going to think about himself. I mean, all the ranting and raving he's done about like a white woman having his kids and stuff like that. I mean, she's doing all the protecting she possibly can, but unfortunately for Kanye, the internet exists. And when you do that type of shit, you leave a footprint. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to go away. You're not protecting anybody but yourself, and barely that, because you don't give a fuck about your kids. They got to hear this, go through this. People are going to be like asking them about this. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like there's a
okay,
wider
yeah,
range of shit you're affecting,
yeah, you don't give a fuck.
and he doesn't give a fuck.
Well, this is my thing, and so I don't. I should. I'm not gonna act like I'm concerned about his cousin because if you kill somebody, especially this pregnant woman or whatever that allegedly, then like I don't care really what happens. But I'm just saying
I
like
get you.
that. To him probably it's like, damn, I may have to defend my manhood.
Yeah, there's not much conversation on him being the abuser. It feels like it's just all being sensationalized because of the fact that he said fellatioed his own cousin.
I think there's so much that happens in families like that where family members are exposing other family members to sexual
That's
stuff
fair.
that maybe that's why. And it's also kind of like, okay, like we didn't even need to hear that. It's like the most of TMI.
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I mean, if this nigga's gonna wear jeans with no drawers and shit.
I'll be mad if I was Kim. Like, I'll be mad if I was Kim. I was like, I can't believe I had 4 kids with you.
Oh,
It's so embarrassing.
oh man.
It's not even all that because I don't want to like shame anybody for what has happened, but I'll be like,
I feel like shaming should be.
well, I don't know when it started. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it started for him and what age for him? Because he said all the way up until 14.
Yeah.
So, I don't know when he started and what he was exposed to. So, I don't
mean,
know if
he
he
goes
was
into the
8,
song.
9.
If you listen to the song,
I'm not listening to that shit. For what?
You would definitely get an idea of where it started.
Okay, you leave me in suspense. When did it start?
He says in the song, you just said it.
He said up until 14. So, was this just.
He was like 8.
Yeah, so you never said no age. So I'm like, when did this start?
Oh, yeah, you really honestly didn't read it. Okay, yeah,
No, I
it was
did
at
not
8.
read it. I didn't listen to it.
Okay, yeah.
8. So then, can we hold him accountable? Not say hold him
Yeah,
accountable, but like
he forced
8
them to
years.
watch it. Yes, you hold them accountable.
Not say force him, but like I don't know how to. I don't know when it comes to like children and. But then you kept on doing it.
Yeah,
Oh God, I don't even want to.
you hold them
I don't
accountable.
want to put my opinion on that. Like it's just.
I will.
You damned if you do.
hold them
You damned.
accountable.
No, I'm just saying you damned if you do. You damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? But like if I was Kim, like going back to Kim, I'm just like, I wonder if he ever said anything. But he seems like he's the type to just lay it all out.
Yeah, he has.
So he
Obviously.
probably has.
Yeah, they know this stuff. People know this stuff. They just haven't said this shit because they out of respect for Kanye.
I would have been like, listen, I can't. So all the way to you in high school, huh? Like I'd be like, I can't be fucking with that. But that
you would know better, so you have to hold him accountable. Yeah.
Who knows? Kim might find
that's
out.
why.
Like, yeah,
that's why I'm speaking to the fact that nobody is actually, looking at him being the abuser, and most people are just
They
speculating and
should.
fascinated with the side of him doing the action.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm past that. That shit is niggas do that shit in regular life. I don't care. I could give a fuck about that. What I am giving a fuck about is that you did it to your younger cousin,
Yeah.
and
And it's
that's
like for a long
gross
time.
for a very long. That's abuse,
It's not
sir.
like a one time
So
thing. So when you say eight, and
exactly,
it's like, oh man,
it's.
then all the way up.
I would recommend honestly to listen to it just to get a grasp of why I say what I've said about the YG situation. Because
Hmm.
I don't know if you've heard the YG song
I
either.
haven't listened to a YG shit.
Oh man, you gotta.
I haven't for what? I'm busy.
Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
I know hip hop historian. No, I haven't listened to it. I
It's
saw like,
that made a mark a few weeks ago. It was a big.
yeah.
It was a big deal. It was a very
I
big
did,
deal.
yeah, I didn't hear about that. I saw an interview with Tech Nine talking about him actually having sex with his seventh grade
And
teacher.
he fell in love
And
with her.
yeah, like all that. So like people are coming out with their stories about stuff.
Yep.
Um, it just makes me feel icky to have to listen to that and be like, I don't want to hear that,
I get
because
it.
it pisses me off about abuse with kids, elderly, or animals. That stuff is kind of sickening to me.
Yeah.
Like I understand it's your trauma. I just think you could have kept that to yourself.
I don't. I don't think it. I mean, yes, it's trauma, but in Kanye's head,
You can make
it's
$1
it's
off of it.
marketing.
It's
It
sick.
doesn't. It's not
Because
trauma.
there's
It's
people
marketing.
literally trying to like unalive themselves because of their experience with family members or experience with people at a young age, and
That's
you're
correct.
kind of getting $1 from it. It's just
Yeah.
disgusting.
He's gonna capitalize on anything, and we have to expect that from him. When Kanye does something, nobody should be surprised,
Hmm.
or if you nobody should even listen or pay attention to it.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
I think that's what's kind of happening. Like
Slowly but surely.
we saw the headlines, and that's all we want to give. Like I didn't even want to listen to the song, not because I'm lazy and didn't want to listen to the song. I'm just like I don't want to hear about that. Like it sounds like you're trying to make $1 off of this, and I don't want to hear about like other people have real pain with that,
Yeah.
and you're just like, let me tell you guys about what I used to do.
You spend
It's like
enough
sick.
time on the
It's
internet,
triggering.
you understand that those types of people are out there,
Hmm.
and that's how that works. I'm a digital nomad from the back in the day, so like I've seen all types of these types of characters.
I feel like Kanye's like he's testing the limits on like you guys are never gonna cancel me. He's just trying to prove it.
I just
I
said
can
that.
say whatever I want and you guys are not gonna
I
cancel
just
me.
if you can become a billionaire twice,
Yeah.
what does that say?
And Diddy is my
Somebody's got to
daddy.
just stop. Don't give him play.
That's why I
Don't give
didn't.
him
I
anything.
didn't.
Nobody gives him any. And I didn't go and like look up the song and play it, but I heard the clip.
Hmm.
I mean, you got shit like Breakfast Club and shit that are actually going through the stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about the situation, so you can't really avoid it. But all of those different opinions are all focused on him doing the act and not focused on the abuse portion. And in addition to that, I mean, even now we're still giving him time, but I feel it's for the right cause because
Yeah.
he abused his cousin,
Yeah.
point blank, period, and that's gross.
Yeah, it's not like you were getting abused. So
Right.
that's why it makes it sick. I'm just like, I don't want to fucking even deal with you, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
don't even want to talk about
Yeah, yeah, it's a sickening situation, but it's also something I wildly expect from Kanye. Let's Kanye is Kanye is what Transformers is to Transmorphers. Like back in the day when Transformers 1 came out, that I remember how big
it.
as fuck it was. There was a shitty B indie movie people who then made Transmorphers, right? So if YG comes up with Transformers, Kanye is gonna come up with
The next
Transmorphers.
thing he gonna say is he had sex with his mama's dead body. That's what
Something.
he gonna say.
He gonna try to cross the line
Like
somewhere.
I humped my mom's leg or some bullshit. Like it's just like, please, sir, we don't need to. We don't need this.
Man.
And then also your mom is gone, and you talk about her having her gay magazines. Like, shut up.
Yep.
You always tell him my business.
Yeah.
He acting like a 4-year-old when company come over and they be like, my mom did this. Blah, blah, blah. Like, shut
Yeah.
up. You of all people shouldn't be saying nothing.
That's true.
Well,
That's true.
I want to kind of move on to something I found very weird to me. So there's a new rule with the Academy that all Oscar members have to now watch all the films nominated. I said, hold on, wait a minute. So y'all have not been watching the films at all.
I thought it was
How the
widely known.
hell are they like just? How are they voting?
I thought that was
I
widely
didn't
known.
know that. I
Really?
thought people were giving a little like because there's so many boring movies. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
y'all giving these movies like Oscars,
Mhm.
and but people have said because it looked like it wasn't like they had lack of interest. I'm like, there's so many boring looking movies that you guys have literally gave an Oscar to. Those then weren't like, I don't want to watch, so I'm not gonna vote for it.
Yeah. I
How
mean,
the
I
hell?
it,
Who?
I forgot what movie it was that won against Color Purple back in the day, but whatever that movie was complete bullshit compared to what Color Purple was.
Yeah,
So, I mean, just knowing that, you already understand that they weren't looking. And
that's
when I was in
nuts.
the movie industry, I can say that
In the movie
a
industry.
little bit. When we were doing indie movies and stuff, a few of like the manager of the place, she had gone to different types of Hollywood parties and shit like that, and she had mentioned that they don't watch all of the films at all, and in order to a lot of the time to get your film to be watched, or it has to have somebody that's like prominent, right, or like huge crowd reviews, and or rewards from different like the Cannes Film
Yeah.
Festival and
That's
Sundance and shit
BS.
like
Like
that,
you're
qualifications for some reason.
yeah, like watch it for yourself. I'm like, how the hell have you guys been voting this
You
whole time?
you would think it would be like, hey guys, we have until September to like whenever the
Yeah,
fuck, like the
watch the
Grammys
movies.
do,
Go
and
ahead
watch
and
them all,
binge.
vote and shit like it. But yeah, I knew that early on, and I was like, that's bullshit. That's why I've always said
I
it's
did
bullshit.
not know that. I mean, if anything, I thought maybe you could watch the first hour and a half or something,
Mm,
or like I don't know, just not watching them at all,
yeah.
and then being able to cast the motherfucking ball for what popularity off of
Yes.
other people's opinions. Then you need to be. You can't be a part of it.
It's
Then
crazy, right?
you can't be a part of it.
It
You're not
is.
watching
It's pretty
it.
wild. Um, I, I, it makes me think about all the different types of awesome movies that all got pushed by and never viewed, and they're like critically acclaimed, and like audiences love it, and not an Oscar in fucking sight.
Yeah.
It's wild. That's
I'm
wild.
like, are you guys fucking kidding me?
They also did something else for the Oscars, if I remember correctly. They finally are going to do a stuntman award,
Oh, that's
like
good.
best stunt
I like that.
or stuntman or something like that, or stuntman, stunt woman, something shit like that.
Shit, there's too many people dying off of trying to create your movies.
Yeah, way too many, and I think that they deserve a few more different
Oh
types of
yeah, I was
awards
gonna
for
say that.
that,
Yeah.
because you can do different types of stunts in different ways. But I mean, if you guys got like best director of photography and all that
Yeah,
bullshit, why
worst makeup,
wouldn't you have
best makeup and shit.
yeah all that
Then go ahead and give it to
exactly?
get. Let's see the best stunts and stuff. Like they barely started doing action.
I find it very crazy that we give all the visual effects people awards, but the people who literally put their bodies on the line
Yeah.
not getting them. In fact, I hope that they retrospectively give awards to prior stuntmen who missed out on, like the
Oh, that
dude
would be
who had
cool.
his spine severed in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Uh, he deserves an award.
Are we just giving awards because he hurt himself? Come on, like, are we just gonna be biased like that?
No, he deserves that award.
I mean, it's Harry Potter though.
That's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying? This ain't like
It's Harry
some
Potter.
random shit because we
It,
ain't gonna be just giving out words because you hurt yourself.
mm-hmm.
It got to be
No,
a
that's
good film
fair.
worth it.
That's fair, because I mean, if that's the case, Tom Cruise is getting all the stunt awards,
He
right?
should
So,
because I'm not doing that bullshit.
but that Harry Potter guy, I mean, I think it's this one of the scenes where Harry gets like thrown into something
He always get
by
thrown.
a Dementor in particular, and it like from here down cut him off.
This you know you gotta be careful. You don't want to put somebody who's also an actor into it because Tom Cruise would win.
Yeah, Tom Cruise
He
would win,
will
of
win
course.
because who's really doing that his big age, doing the
That
stunts
man
he's
is.
doing for Mission Impossible? I'm like, so you really gonna be holding on to a airplane for dear life?
Yep.
Nah, player, you got it.
You
You
understand
got
why I'm
it.
gonna go see that motherfucker? I can't wait. I
I'm
think it's
Gucci on
dope
it.
that we got stunts in there. I think it's very peculiar that we're now just being progressive in the Oscars to make sure
Duh,
that we
it's been
watch
around
all
for
the
fucking
movies.
almost 100 years,
Insanity to me.
almost, and it's just like we're just barely giving Black people Academy Awards.
It's so stupid,
We
yo.
only give Denzel, Holly Berry, like those are like
Will,
the Will Smith.
That's
That's
it.
the only real like main
Yeah.
people who we get. It's just
Yeah.
like they're just enough to be Uncle
Yeah. Just.
Tom. Like not to say that because they let me tell you, Holly Berry done played in some black shit, like a lot of it.
Of course.
Losing Isaiah and all that shit.
Baps.
But like she didn't get no Academy Award for that.
I wish she got a
She's getting it for
Catwoman.
fucking
No, I'm
Monster
kidding.
Ball. She's getting fucked by Billy Bob Thornton, a
Yeah,
nasty
I mean,
looking ass.
it was a good movie too, though. To be honest, it's a good movie. It is. It's a good movie.
I didn't watch that bullshit.
Ah, okay.
I watched Swordfish. That's when I first was like,
The
oh
titty
yeah,
movie.
yeah. I was like, damn.
Look at those titties.
Like I'm feeling something. I'm feeling something. Let me rewind
So
this.
was I.
This DVD. My mom had the DVD. And,
That's
DVDs
hilarious.
at first kind of really was like a thing.
Mhm.
I kept rewinding it. I just kept rewinding that. I said, I
I
don't
mean,
like
I
girls,
get it.
but I like girls. I don't
I
know.
get it. I get
But
it.
yeah, what do you expect? They was only giving us stuff for like being mammies and shit back in the day, which of course we need our people
They
to,
never gave it to us then either.
it was like best supporting and stuff like that. Because what
Sidney Poitier
Hattie,
would get
no,
those.
no, it
And,
was the one Hattie something.
I know you. Yes.
Yeah, but the pet played like a house slave
Right.
or maid, like
Yeah.
But sometimes
Gone with
they
the
had to
Winds.
run so we could walk through these goddamn doors. So we had to get what we had to get back then, and now we asking for a seat at the goddamn table and are just dudes with some good movies. Like, don't I'm tired of seeing Gone with the Wind type movies.
I don't.
You
think,
have to do those type of movies to get in the Oscars. That's how I always
I don't
felt.
think it's going to be a significant change.
Not crazy
I doubt
change.
it. I doubt it. I think they'll watch them all and then
Yeah, I
they'll
still
vote
want
for the
this
same
one.
shit.
I still want this one.
Yeah, they'll still vote for the same shit.
It's so stupid. It's so boring.
We need more shitty old people to die.
Right. We need some fresh faces, right? That like
fresh people.
that like watch everything.
Or if you're old and get it, you can stay. But the
But
other
no,
ones,
they just
I
wanna
wouldn't
see the same-
launch you into the
They
surface
want
of the
to,
sun.
yeah, they just want to see like the same older white people
Yeah.
winning their fucking, winning these. I was thinking the same thing. It's like, yeah, we need some of those older people,
fresher, more progressive people in these different places.
Yeah, if you was born in the 40s and 50s, okay, there got to be a time where you can't be
I'd say
on the
60s,
board.
dude. To be honest, in
Low key,
low key,
because they're so like old school still. So they're like, I like these type of movies. We need to bring this back.
Yeah.
It's like actually those movies actually suck.
My
but
mom's sending me The Plumber. Like, I'm like, what the fuck kind of movie is The Plumber?
Kind of like Lawnmower Man. And it's supposed to be scary.
It's so stupid.
This kept me up at night.
Thanks,
like,
Mom.
I watch all this stuff. Like The Fly was a thing, but then I noticed after The Fly, it was like then I saw like Lawnmower Man. I was just like, what is he doing? Cutting me up in the grass? Like,
you never watched
this?
it? Did you never watch it?
The first one. I saw the first one, and then I think I only watched part of the second one.
Do you remember it? Because it wasn't like a lawnmower dude.
Wasn't it like he had like I remember him having like overalls and
no.
Who
Lawnmower Man is a 3D thing.
Really?
Yes, that's a 3D thing.
What was it? A scary movie?
I mean,
I remember it being like a.
It's a horror film, but it wasn't like.
Was he supposed to be like
serial killer with a lawnmower? If you really
come right down,
Lawnmower Man was really lawnmowing people.
I'm just saying. But does that make you want to go to the movies to watch that bullshit?
Oh shit!
The titles alone make you not want to watch it.
Oh, Johnny Mnemonic and shit like that. I mean, it's gonna be cool to see if there are some significant changes, but I don't think there will be.
Yeah. Earlier in the week, a couple of days ago, I saw that Shannon Sharpe has this $50 million lawsuit against one of these snow bunnies, and the one heading that up is Tony Busby, and I said, oh shit, on one hand, I have to say I saw Shannon Sharpe kind of come out and had a speech, and he feels like Tony Busby is trying to take down successful black men, and I'm like Jay-Z, and I'm like, no, it's dumb old bumpkin athletes like you who are like OJ Simpson, who just want to be with these white girls. You're 50 something years old, and the girl at the time was 19. You can only know you're going to get yourself in fucking trouble.
And something like that.
Now, there was audio released with a conversation that they had. And it didn't look good for Shannon Sharpe because he said, next time I see you, I'm going to choke the shit out of you. Now, he did counter that with text messages that he put out.
Right.
So I was like, oh, this is race play.
Right.
But the minute she would have said, please put a big black baby in me, I would have been like, all right, you black. Like, She's 19. You shouldn't, as an elder, you should be teaching her to say shit like that because she gonna come. She's gonna come across the right one, and we're not gonna play those games with her.
As an elder, it's
Put,
hilarious.
put the baby gravy in me and all that. I'm like,
Black baby gravy.
let me
That's what
tell
she
you
said,
though,
yeah.
we don't learn that until you get an elder you mess with that tell you you need to talk like that to you. You think she just came out sexually like that? She's not.
I
She's a baby learning how
I
to have
don't know.
sex. No, player. No one learns what like.
I don't think you've been on the internet long enough.
She's 19. This is
Yeah, that's right.
But this is the thing. Race play only happens because it's consensual with someone telling you, yeah, this is what I want to talk about. Like this is I want to be Django, and you be the little white girl that I try to.
Or you learn it from a fetishization and you talk about it. I don't.
I
I'm
think
just
he
saying.
honestly likes that though. I think that
Yeah,
he probably
he probably
I
does.
feel like he
He's
introduced
also
it.
from the South. Did you? Duh.
I'm like, don't. This is my thing. I'm like, don't blame all of this on Tony. You need to blame it on yourself. I don't know how time and time again we tell y'all to stop messing with these girls, these young ones, and you're a black man with these white because they gonna get you in trouble. Did we not? Didn't Cat Williams try to give him some advice on that when they had the interview? And
Yeah,
he
he
said,
did.
"I don't have a problem with white girls, but I gotta, I don't want to feel like I gotta run." And like, come on. Monique said the same thing. Your old ass need to be messing with an old bitch that can handle you. Why you stop
Yeah.
messing with these young bitches?
Ocho Cinco said the same thing on his nightcap show, and he gave Ocho Cinco a whole mouthful. He
Because
gave
he
him.
already knew what he was doing.
So I mean, yeah, duh, you made yourself an easy target
And then allegedly he offered her
to settle.
$10 million to. So you look guilty
Because
AF.
I mean, if I'm Shannon, I wouldn't want the race play shit to come out. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Because that's gonna make me look crazy,
it does.
and it does, right? So now that
I
it's
mean, he put
out,
it out. He because she
well,
said that
either way it goes, because he had to do something to counteract the
the
call. It's
yeah I
all an
get you,
ambush, as far as it seems. Like, do I
but
think he had no accountability in it? No, that nigga had something to do with it.
yeah,
But do I
absolutely.
also think it was like a sexual assault? No.
I don't think it's sexual, so I thought it was consenting. But when you find out who's messing with who, that's when the young girls get approached.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I say you shouldn't be messing with her because she's very impressionable. You think you're the only one who can manipulate her? Somebody they found out who you're big now. Like you left the TV show and then did Club Shay Shay and shit like
He's
that.
still on ESPN.
But I'm just saying,
Mhm.
like it just blew up last year.
Right.
And I think someone knew who he was talking to. It's just like when you watch Willy Wonka. And remember when the other chocolate factory man was whispering in their ears like, "Oh, if you bring me back a gobstopper, then I'm gonna give you some coin because y'all broke." That's what happened. The girl was like, "Really? I don't get to like go to a fucking Jamaica for a week? Great. Meet some other big black niggas."
That is fair. I think there's a bit of manipulation on both sides,
Oh
and
yeah, absolutely.
that's how you get to like the race play thing.
Oh, that's what I'm
So,
saying.
um, with it all being planned out like this, this is just gonna end real nastily
Just
on the
like
back end.
you
It's
should have
just
listened to Auntie Monique and little Uncle Cat.
sometimes you just gotta deny you're horny, man.
I heard that the reason why it also happens because remember when the audio came out and he was messing with somebody, like it well during Instagram Live he accidentally like was having sex on Instagram Live. So I heard
Accidentally.
I found the girl out. The girl she was like, "What the fuck?" and then she broke it off, and now all this stuff happened.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because she's young,
Yeah,
dumb, and out of control.
yeah. Sometimes
Also,
you gotta
like,
just deny you're horny.
and listen,
Deny
deny your
it. Just
horny.
deny
Go
you're
do
horny.
something real quick,
Yeah,
right?
man, go build an IKEA shelf or something with your hands.
And anybody who's not black won't understand it. They always like, oh, you're gonna do the race thing, but as being a black person, also knowing that from what our ancestors had to deal with getting blamed for raping white women, we know not to mess with them because stuff happens. Did you just know what happened to fucking Jonathan Majors? Like that should have been a key to you not mess with it.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of scares me, the only thing that really does scare me in life are two white things: white women and polar bears. So,
Yeah, very lethal.
and they're about the same.
Both are lethal.
They're both the same.
You know what? It also lets me know about like so Tracy Ellis Ross. She had an interview and she's in her 50s and she was like,
Oh boy.
I can't find any men my age. I tend to date younger. And her age is fucking Shannon Sharpe. And this is what she got to deal with, like somebody being in her same status, but they're doing that. I understand why she's single.
Yeah,
Y'all not doing nothing to like. There's like successful women, black women that's in your age gap
the
that
way
don't
she
look like a grandma.
the way she said a lot of that stuff made me think um she's not looking in the circles that she could be, and the fact that she dates younger um means that you're just looking for somebody you can pull strings to. That's what it feels like to me. Because she's been famous since like day fucking one,
Yeah.
with your mama being Diana fucking Ross, right? So like, there's a kind of like level she's on that's completely different that most men in that age, unless you're rich and kind of like in that area, you're gonna be set in your ways. And she, I feel like, just by what she was saying in that podcast with Michelle Obama, I was like, oh, okay, you just want somebody you can like string
How
a
double
little bit.
standard is that when men always date younger?
I'm not saying
And
that
this is
was
kind of the same thing with Shannon
didn't say it was
Sharpe.
bad at all.
I'm just saying, it's like, oh, she wants to pull strings with Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah,
Like,
he
you
did
know what I'm
too.
saying? But I think if that's how you feel, but with her, look at her options. This is a clear example of this is the reason why I
Change where
fucking
you're
don't.
looking. You know how you go on Google's map and you go, I want to look up Dunkin' Donuts in this area. Oh, they don't have any, and then you slide the map and go look somewhere
I
else.
think it's harder than we think being in Hollywood.
Probably because of
Yeah.
all the. I mean, we know that rappers
It's
fuck
dirty.
everybody's
Yeah.
girls, and same thing with NBA players. Go somewhere else. Hey, go look in real estate. Huh? Go look in construction. I bet
Don't
you there's.
don't pull that Tyler Perry shit. Don't do that. That's not right.
You mean to tell me the CEO of a construction company can't
Okay,
fulfill her
you
needs?
ain't say that. You said construction. So I'm thinking
But that doesn't matter. I'm not
it
talking about
does.
bus drivers, but the bus driver company owner can do the same shit.
Yeah, if you were specific on it, you know what
I'm
I'm saying?
not. I'm being as general as possible, so I don't make anything as personal. But you can find a different sector to go into. Go look at the tech
But you don't know
bros.
that she hasn't. She could have. Niggas is
It
niggas. And I
it
say
by what
niggas,
she
but I'm saying
said.
men.
I'm only going by what she said. By what she said, it doesn't seem like she's doing this. She's just looking in that direction, and that's what it is. That's what it sounds like.
Also, if she have to be approaching men, why can't they be? Why can't men be approaching
Didn't say
her?
she had to approach, but sector.
I think honestly,
Because
this
if
is
they're
not her
approaching
fault.
her and she's not moving either, if she's still in the same spot, looking in the same, if she's looking in the same
Who
place,
knows? Yeah,
and the same niggas are gonna approach the same breed of people. But if I go over there, it might be a different breed of people.
maybe.
That's all. Maybe.
Not saying that she has not,
No, yeah. I mean,
because sometimes it's harder when you get close
words
to
mean
the.
things.
It's harder when you get close to the top.
Words
They
mean.
acted. So this is the thing. I'm this CEO of something, and then my sector is none but ditties. That's hard. They are more nastier the more money they have. There's more games the more money you have. There's more ego. There's more I can godlike tendencies
Change sector.
with the more money you have. But this is the thing. I don't want, especially black women, to feel like they have to downgrade to find a good man, because I feel like there's this weird Tyler Perry like cloud that, oh, it ain't do right. You ain't never gonna find nobody unless you get that bus driver. It's not like necessarily there are some great bus drivers, because also they don't have the godlike behavior because they ain't got the
So are
gold
you
coin like
putting
that.
her with the bus driver?
I'm not putting
Or
her with the bus driver, but I can see people saying, well, then just go look at. There's some
go
great.
look somewhere else?
They're right,
Yeah.
but it's just harder in those circles, because also as a woman, you know
You
that.
keep saying, okay, so you
And
keep
I'm just
saying
saying
those
circles in the
circles.
status of the certain money you make, the certain, you know what I'm saying? The circles that she's in.
The one
I'm pretty sure she
percent
can put, yeah.
the 1% is still pretty big because they
It
own all the
is.
money. This that 1% is really fucking big, and there's a lot of motherfuckers up there. The
So
bottom
I
has
have a
all the bus
question. Where
drivers.
would I find this CEO
I don't
construction
fucking know, but
worker?
maybe change the direction you're looking. That's what I'm saying. That's why I went with the Google Map thing.
I'm just thinking, like, if I'm an actress, model, advocate, like, I don't know when I would find a construction CEO construction, or like, where am I gonna be
Who
in some
knows?
kind of cocktail party with those type of men? Like, you're not gonna
Some type of
be
mixer somewhere will have it.
a mixer for people who are not doing what you're doing.
We'll see.
I mean, you
But I
can.
know there's opportunities for those types
There's,
of people.
yeah, I think there's.
It's just
It's
depends on where you're
hard.
looking.
I think it's harder.
Yeah, I didn't say it was gonna be easy. But
Yeah.
I'm relatively sure you're gonna get better results than the shit that you are talking about in a different circle, especially if that circle don't got those types of
Well, the
niggas in it.
problem is too, the reason why men go younger is because of manipulation. So when they might find a woman
Yes.
who knows herself, then he could be the CEO of a construction.
And that's the same.
But he's like, no, I don't like how you talking.
That is literally the same argument I just put up for her. She doesn't. Sometimes those guys are stuck in their ways, and she, famous all her life, she got a certain way of doing shit because her words in the podcast said that.
Well, that goes for both sides, I guess.
Yeah, both things can be
but
true.
I don't want it to make it be negative for her. It's just her circumstance.
I've never said it was
I
negative.
don't even think she's trying to manipulate. I think that the cards that she's dealt is I have to go a little younger.
That's fair.
Because there's not going to be a lot of rah-rah because we're both strong, opinionated people who are now in our 50s going on 60s that are stuck in our ways. Yeah. It's this weird bump, and I don't think that either one can be manipulative. It depends on how young your ass is going, though. Then I'm gonna think when you 19 or in the 20s or even in the early 30s, I might say, yeah, you're trying to find someone that's not gonna be back talking you.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair. But both of the parties, both her, Shannon, George Clooney, all these Leonardo DiCaprio, all these motherfucking people, Drea with the basketball player, are all doing the same shit to me. They're all doing the same thing. You got somebody that you can pull strings on because people in other sectors who might be able to change some minds or give you a differing opinion, even if you don't like it and you don't agree with it, that point of view you don't want to deal with because I'm this person and I shouldn't have to.
I think it's different for us because we're millennials, right? We learn to have to kind of adapt to certain things, and we're learning how that your opinion is not always the right one.
Yeah.
When you get up into your 50s and 60s, those are parents' age where they're quote unquote stuck in their ways. So I get that. Yeah. I get it. Like I said, it's just gonna be this headbutt until you learn how to. And both parties have to learn how to give up control, and it's called compromise. But when you're making a certain amount of money, you feel like you shouldn't. Both sides, there's an ego involved with it. You feel like I shouldn't have to. Like
famous all her life.
I was in Wild Wild West.
I'm just saying, all that shit makes sense to me.
Yeah, but I just hate that sometimes it's just always when it comes to women, it's always like this. Oh, you're doing this, but I'm like, men been doing it for so fucking long that why are we always, like the minute a woman starts dating younger, there got to be something wrong with her. But men been doing it. Like my great grandma she was fucking 13, 12 years old, and her husband was 20.
I think everybody still says that those things are bad. Even now, those
I feel like we kind of
that's why everybody makes the jokes about Leo. Everybody like especially because it's
Robert De Niro. Known. Oh my god.
So I mean, everybody can do it. I think men are the ones that understand that it's free game for everybody. It's whatever. Just do what you want to do. It truly is. And then like women finally are at the step like, oh wait. I mean, granted, that's because of systematic issues with the fucking country. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But now that you guys are kind of, I guess, at the gate, and that gun got off, y'all are already off on the sprint. You have to also deal with the same type of criticism. Because if we've been getting it for that long, because men have forever been getting it for that long, because we've been doing the bullshit for that long, right?
Yeah.
Your turn. It's just it's look at it as equal opportunities for everybody. It's equal opportunities for everybody. Just as much as I can criticize Drea, I'm gonna criticize George Clooney. I'm gonna criticize so and so and so and so. You're doing the same thing.
I'm like, tell the men need to mind their business. Just like with Kevin Gates having his little opinion about Savannah James.
Oh, I don't know about this.
So Kevin Gates goes on live on Instagram.
I'll pay attention to that nigga.
Yeah, he's just a weirdo, and he says he don't like the way Savannah looks at LeBron. He was like, she looks at him like what do you want? I like how white women look at LeBron James. What do you want? Why are you here?
He's been an idiot for a while
for
now.
A long time.
Like a very long time. So I checked out with 2 phones. So when that song came out, I was like, hey, this song is great. I don't ever have to like listen or hear from this guy ever again, and I haven't.
So when he did that, it sparked, of course, some conversation. But LeBron, he kept it pretty classy. He posted a couple pictures of like Savannah looking at him like enduring because she does. But sometimes that when you talking to your significant other, how you be like, bro, leave me alone, like stop playing. But like if that's all you catching every time, that's what you catching. He ain't been married to her for that long. If he was upset, he would have been left her, but he's not. He's well taken care of. But he posted some pictures, and in the caption he put, "Kings don't concern themselves with opinions of peasants. Where's to next, Queen? Let's
Where
get
to
it.
next?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's get it. It's my bad. Can't even read my writing.
It's
My
on the
bad.
phone.
Where to next, Queen? Let's get it. You gonna stop trying to correct me?" But I was like, that's a cute little, it's cute, classy, clap back.
Yeah.
And then a couple of days ago, he just Kevin Gates had to just be petty, and he's courtside with what's her name, Brittany, some whatever. She,
Brittany Renner?
yeah, the one who now Muslim because of him.
Yeah.
They're courtside at the Lakers game. What's good?
Buy tickets.
And
Buy tickets.
buy tickets,
yeah,
bitch.
and pay my bills.
And then I'm gonna be Savannah. I'm Savannah. I'm staring at your ass the whole time. That's what I like to do, with your chest down and your titties showing. And I'm not talking about Brittany. I'm talking about him. He got all his titties out. I was just like, mind your business. Don't worry about the black love over here, okay? You have a whole black woman. You talking about? I like how white women look at LeBron. Mind your business, bitch.
Yeah, he seems the type of person. I mean, he's done some wild shit too and some nastiness, so I don't really pay too much attention to him. But he seems like the type of person that'd be in everybody's business like that anyway.
That's what makes white men feel like they have an opinion on black women. When you say shit like that, then they feel like the Andrew Schultz of the world feel like they can say, "Oh yeah, I don't like black women. They're
That's true.
very aggressive." Blah, blah, blah.
That's
Bitch,
very
shut
valid.
the fuck up.
Because even Andrew Schultz on the Pivot podcast brought that type of situation up.
It's
I,
so
I felt like
annoying.
he tripped up the pivot. I felt like Andrew won at the end of the day,
A
honestly,
little bit.
and I hated it.
I hate it too.
I didn't like it because, truthfully, the pivot kind of let me down on how they approached that entire thing. I watched that interview, and then I even left a comment, was like, this was like variably disappointing. Like,
Yeah.
it was very disappointing.
We need to get on his ass, and I know he knows exactly what he's doing when he goes on certain podcasts.
Oh, for sure.
Because he knows he can turn around and it's his mic now.
He's
and
white.
Yeah.
He's got the complexion for the protection. That's how it works.
So that's why I'm like, be careful, black men, because you guys, when you have these stupid ass, dumb ass opinions about black women, your black ass mama pushed you out her coochie, and you got the nerve to be talking shit. Where they getting that from? They getting it from y'all.
Yeah.
There's these stereotypes.
That's true.
So
It's valid.
It's like, watch your mouth, bitch.
Yeah. He can. Kevin Gates can eat a dick.
Yeah, he can. He probably had with that little feather in his head. On to more black love. Ryan Coogler Sinners tops the box office with 48 million domestically and 63.5 million globally, making it the biggest debut of an original film since Jordan Peele's Us in 2019. So this is actually the top film in this decade.
Yeah.
Also, it's the first movie to get an A on the cinema scores in the last 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jordan Peele's both his movies got like A minuses.
Yeah.
So Sinners got an A. I've seen it twice. I'm probably gonna see it again in the next couple of days because third time's the charm. So you guys should support. If I find out y'all doing some bootleg ass shit, it's gonna be me and you. Because support these black men.
I do have a link.
Support these black. Stop. My sister did too. I was like, girl, like, get a fucking life. Like, pay your money. These black directors, these black actors are really putting their blood, sweat, and tears into it.
I didn't watch it, but I do have the link, and then I was like, if I do watch it, I would only tell you to make fun of you. Like,
you really shouldn't do it
because I know it would make you. I'd make you upset, but I don't want to give Michael Balboa Jordan
hated it
any of my money. So
you tripping, hater.
I mean, I've done it already, so I don't want to give him mine.
I think you guys should see it. Like I said, at least see it 2, 3, 4, 5 times just to make sure it sticks. The movie is great.
I'm sure it is. I'll see it when it streams.
Now listen, you guys, I saw it twice. And the second time I saw it, I got 4DX tickets on accident. So it felt like a fucking roller coaster. I didn't know they still made those type of damn.
Those are big.
They still. I ain't seen that.
That's why they're doing it, is because they're trying to bring people back to the theater.
That was amazing.
They're dying. Theaters are dying across the country, across the world, to be honest. So.
Well, my man is bringing it back. So you guys go watch Sinners.
You can see by the money it's taking that it's doing a real good job. I mean, congratulations to Ryan for sure.
Yeah, he did his thing.
Yeah, I mean, what a catalog.
Absolutely.
I mean, to have a catalog as good as, like, who can I compare him to? I'd say honestly,
like a young John Singleton.
No, No,
I'm saying
I
young John Singleton
I get what you're saying,
because
but
he has
John
those.
Singleton got misses.
Well, I'm saying a young
Michael
because
Jackson has barely any misses on his catalog as far as like music goes. Ryan Coogler has no misses. If you
well the
look at
thing
all of the
I
grades,
only say young because I'm thinking about things that were actually like hitting us, like Boys in the Hood.
I get what you're
You know,
saying.
those type of movies were like,
I
whoa,
was just saying no because that's not the metaphor I'm trying to go with.
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm more trying to put him succinctly with somebody who was, I mean, yeah, some people gonna know John Singleton, but everybody know Michael Jackson. And right now he's got a catalog
I
like
need
Michael
to
Jackson.
compare directors, not a director and a damn singer.
No, it's fine. Because all other black directors I can think of got hit and misses. So I'm gonna sit
He's
back
only
and
had a handful of movies. You can't even
I'm
do
not
that right
saying
now. That's why I
him.
said young because you can't even. He's still just he has a handful of movies. If you say what John Singleton movie you feel like it was missing, what movie
Um,
was missed?
oh, what's that fucking movie? Why can't I remember off the top of my head right now?
Who was in it?
What's that nigga's name that was on Power? He was like a mayor, some shit.
Who are you talking about? Ghost? Was it Ghost?
It might have been no, it might have been the show, but I
You talking
can't
about
remember.
Lorenz Tate?
Yeah, he's in it in one of them, but I can't remember what it was. But it was a miss. It was a miss, and there's
Y'all know
arguments
what
about it.
John Singleton movie got Lorenz Tate was a miss?
Yeah,
What movie?
I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I'll get it to you.
Okay.
I'll get it to
Cause I'm
you.
like,
But
what?
yeah,
That's just one
you
miss?
never like in any of my
It's
actual
a one
comparisons
miss?
because yeah, I would say a miss. When I'm saying that, yes, if he has a miss, and I mean, go look at Ryan Coogler's scores.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, do you also you want Destiny? Now do you want Off the Wall? Now do you want fucking Thriller? Now do you want Bad? And now do you want
But
Dangerous?
with
Like he's
Johnson,
got all the hits.
well, in John Singleton, when you bring up this movie, was this in the beginning or is this
This is
towards the end?
I think it's beginning. I can't remember. That might be beginning. It might be beginning.
It ain't Menace to Society, right? Because that's not
No,
a
not
John
Menace to
Singleton
Society. Not
movie.
not not Menace to
Okay, I was
Society.
gonna
No,
say
I
that's
know.
not a
I
John
would have said that
Singleton.
one. But there's another one with him in it. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I'll look it
But it's
up.
a miss. It was a
A
miss
miss to who?
to me. And I've seen the opinion before. I have seen the
So it
opinion before.
shows like as far as like I guess ratings.
Yeah, and it's not like a bad rating, but if he's got a B and all of Cougar's got A's,
But Coogler
who's
has
the
five
best?
movies, so that I'm just wondering how many until John
That's
Singleton
why I
end up.
mentioned all
But I'm
the.
saying I'm trying to figure out when did John Singleton miss? Was it
It
five,
was
10,
somewhere in the
15
beginning.
movies?
I don't remember when, but I
Okay.
will get it to you.
Okay, because I'm just like, that's a good. I
She
feel
gonna
like that's
die
a
on that
good.
JS Hill,
Listen,
man.
I'm just saying, like, stop playing with my friend.
Nobody's playing with it. Did I say any of the movies were shitty? No.
You
I
said it
just
was a
said
miss.
Ryan Coogler got more slaps.
He don't got more slaps if John Singleton has way more movies than him.
Okay.
You have to like balance that out.
Sure.
If John Singleton has 30 movies and this man has 6 movies, that doesn't you can't do that.
Okay. And
That's why I said a
if
young.
all 30 of your movies is still all of them average out to maybe a B plus,
That's
but then
not true.
all of Ryan's are all the A's. I'm just gonna say he might be the better student. That's it. Even if he is a student of JS.
But this is the thing: if John Singleton's
Oh,
first
here we
six
go.
movies were A's, then there you go. Then you can compare like that. Compare his first six to his first six. If they all, then there you go. That's a young John Singleton.
Whatever you want.
But
You got it,
to
pimp.
each his own.
You got it. You got it, pimp.
I'm just saying.
I'm not.
To each his own.
You got it.
Well, did you have wanted to talk about the Pope die? I know you
Oh
said you
yeah.
wanted to mention
Real quick.
the Pope. He's passed
It's just
away.
more of a your rest in peace type of situation. Pope Francis,
Mm-hmm.
the greatest pope we've ever had in life. I'm not Catholic or anything like that, but I can understand and respect the man who offered up actual humanity to the world. He has gone on record saying that you know all LGBTQ plus are all God's children, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
121 of the cardinals around the world are diverse, different race out of the 150. So I mean, yeah, they could have done a lot. He could have done a lot more with the whole diddling situation in the church, but for his stance on things, for him to denounce Trump, um, on his first presidency, for him to go to different prisons around the world and wash prisoners' feet, like really he was very he showed a lot of humility,
Mhm.
and it's somebody I definitely respect and grateful for because of how progressive he was. Um, yeah,
That's the
that's
only
it.
part we know, being
Yeah,
our age.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is there any last words and wisdom you want to say before we head out for the weekend?
Ryan Coogler's catalog is better than John Singleton's.
This can't compare right now, but remember, you guys, we, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go off. No, remember, you guys, we drop our new episodes every Friday on all streaming platforms. And we're on YouTube at Ideally Though Pod on Sundays. So watch, subscribe, hit the bell button,
Share them shits.
and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah.